Right, 1 month on from retaking the NMN. To update you further and remind you of the last video. My last video on NMN was one in which I'd stated that I'd had a month or so, or in fact about a month and a half off from taking it as a bit of an experiment, just to see whether I would notice any changes through not taking it. And I didn't initially until I started to experience some pain in my knees that I hadn't noticed before when I was on the NMN. That pain, by the way, is all linked to barefoot experimentation. So me wearing barefoot technology, very, very much barefoot, extreme barefoot, let's call it, shoe socks. So it's all fine, but it was interesting. Was the NMN therefore something that had helped to deal with or remove some of the pain from my knees? Again, I can't tell you for absolute certainty, but it did feel like that. Now, 1 month on from taking it again, and some surprising results. So firstly, there is some noticeable change in the pain in my knees. The pain is still there, but it's definitely eased off, and it seems to disappear very quickly in the morning. So nothing else has changed in my life. I've not changed any supplementation. I've not changed in the way that I move my body in the morning or any other form of exercise. So it looks like the NMN is therefore aiding a little bit in the reduction in pain. Again, this is not data driven. This is only my experience and my thoughts on this. But the other really interesting thing that I wasn't expecting was this cognitive improvement. Now, if you remember, when I first started taking NMN, about a month in, I noticed a change cognitively. And then after a while, obviously, like anything in life, when you start taking supplementation or when you do a particular exercise or if you do cold showers, you have these really big changes, big highs, and then it starts to level out as your body adapts and changes. And I think that's what happened with the NMN. I experienced some cognitive improvement, but then very quickly it sort of leveled out. I didn't notice it. What I did notice through coming off it and then coming back on was there was a little light switch that that came on in the brain when I started taking it again. All very subtle, but at the same time there was definitely a cognitive improvement, and I wasn't expecting that. I think I'd gotten so used to the way that I was feeling, I didn't notice the difference. So there we are. A short video. I'd love to know your thoughts actually. If you are taking it, do drop in the comments below any experiences that you've had, be that cognitively or perhaps physiologically. I know that many people in the latter years of their life have noticed some changes in things like sort of arthritis and pain in their body. They've seen some noticeable improvement there. So I'd love to know your thoughts on all of this. I'm going to continue taking it, that's for certain. And it has now become a part of my supplementation, which, as you also know, my supplementation has totally changed since creating this channel, where initially in my early years of creating the channel, I firmly believed you didn't need to supplement. Now, my mind has totally changed. I think with the toxicity that we've introduced into our lives, the way that we've blocked many of the positive neurochemicals that we have access to, the stresses and strains in life, the fact that a lot of foods that we used to turn to for good nutrients and vitamins are lacking those these days, I now see that supplementation makes a lot of sense. And of course, when it comes to longevity, probably the key supplement right now that everybody's banging on about is NMN. So if you're new to NMN, I doubt that you are if you're watching this video, but if you are, it's worth giving it a go. I'll drop a link below if you are interested. Thank you for watching. Stand by for more videos and keep evolving. Thank you.